Look guys, so I hang up the two guitars, and this is a danger do by the way. And finally, the boxing bag. Yeah, let's have a crack at it, you know. What'ra! Nice. So yeah, onto the deck profile. Finally I have the cards in the mail. It's been like over a month or something. It's crazy. But yeah. Let's see here. The extra deck. Oh yeah, if you hear that noise on the background, that's still the the boxing bag swirling around. So let's start off. I mean, you can see these, right? Who cares? Let's start off with. So let's redo that. Starting off with double Minstrel. I think this is criminal to run at 1, only for a combo piece. But if you can of course. Then I would say like side 2 in the side deck. So when going first you have 3. But I prefer the 2, especially going into game 1. It's really nice. And when going second, I mean, we are in such an heavy hand trap meta for ages now. And it's only getting worse, you know, like 18 hand traps or something. So I think you need this mandatory against, you know, if going second, you have Ash Blossom, Dominus Impulse, Droll and Lockbird. You can still snipe those out. And the cool thing is, if you pair this up with something like Ultimate Slayer, you will start off with Minstrel, pitching Dragoons or Shadow Squad or anything not that great. You can still do that, of course. The cool thing is, Minstrel doesn't have any board presence, so it's harder for your opponent to interact with. And afterwards, you can use Ultimate Slayer, which they cannot respond to, and you spin one back, one of the extra deck monsters they have on the field, into their deck, and you send Totally Awesome in case of Rigel Detonator, and then you can get Dragoons back or just Minstrel or whatever, you know. It works great like that. You can also start with just Ultimate Slayer, but then you won't get much of the profit from it. But sometimes those boards, you know, you have to do that on your own and figure out how you want to break their boards. So 2 Minstrel. Then 2 copies of Poseidra the Storming Atlantean. Yeah, it took forever to get this, man. From the start I wanted to just play 2. I think that was already optimal in the deck, and I wanted to have 1 in the side deck. But the side deck is so tight, so spoiler alert, I'm not running the 3rd one as of now. Maybe later in the future. Yeah, great card. What else to say, man? It's been covered widely now. Triple Shrine. Triple Theus. I mean, not much to say there. Some people run 2. I think you can, but I want to keep the consistency up. Just keep it at 3. And there's an extra reason for that later as well. Triple Prince. Why would you do any otherwise? Triple Squad. Same thing. Triple Dragoons. Not gonna bore you with that shit. 1 Infantry. So the reason I'm running 1 Infantry is, first I thought we would like burn out pretty fast because of the new Poseidra through our, marksman, infantry, that sort of cards, but 1 is still kept fine. The cool thing is I use this also with 1 Diva, so I need that. I need infantry for that to go into Mannequin Cat. That's one of the reasons I run this, because that's one out to Dimensional Shifter. And it's in engine solution, so why wouldn't you run it, I guess. It's been great so far for me, but I'm getting ahead of myself here. The infantry. So I also use this for the 1.5 optimized card combo. I do not use Postprois. You can also use that card, I guess, which is really good. I think that's also a very viable way to play the deck. But I don't know, I prefer it this way, so I need it as a combo piece now. And yeah, great with dropping with Poseidra, you know the shit. And like you've seen, the 1 Diva. From testing, I always wanted to play just 1, but ever since that Mannequin Cat out to Dimensional Shifter happened, I bumped it up in my previous list to 2. It was not bad, but yeah, I really want to cut down on anything like that, you know, just the one, because I can search this as well. So yeah, the main reason is to really cover your weaknesses with in-engine solutions while keeping consistency up. Going second, you can also use Diva, but you typically do not want to go into you know, a full board unless you want it to get negated. That's also a way to play it. And it's a 1.5 card combo into Poseidra, the rank 7, to board break further. But yeah, usually you want to use your ultimate slayers before, or whatever you got, you know, your forbidden droplets. Yeah. So leave Diva as your last play or your second last play. Usually your final last play is the Deepsea King. I'm not sure if you can still see this right on the camera. Yeah, okay. The double pike. Double is just bare minimal. I think that's great optimization, especially next to the one Diva. You got another normal summon. Works fine for me so far. I mean, with Deepsea King I can like play on a Droll and Lookbird like this, and Dimensional Shifter, which brings me to the next card, the Baby Croc. Initially I had Fishbroke Harpooner in the main deck and this in the side deck, but I really needed the side deck space, so I had to make a decision, and I decided to go for, you know, the same combos under Droll and Shifter, basically pretty much the same, and that's this card provides that. Also, by running this, I do not need to run any Ice Jade Ram to get to my level 10 synchro place. Yeah, Harpooner is great for you know, special summoning Prince from your hand next to Deepsea Diva, or any normal summon you still got, and then you want to special summon next to it besides your Shadow Squad. And to special summon Deepsea King from your hand, you can also search this. And yeah, I mean, it's not that necessary anymore, because Deepsea King can also be special summoned from the new rank 7 Abysstrite. And yeah, I mean, the deck does not per se need Deepsea King, you know. I think it's a great addition to the deck. So yeah, you have combos without Deepsea King. Harpooner does provide a tight better board on the Droll and Lockbird than the Baby Croc, but give or take, it's pretty much the same board. So I decided to go for that, because I'm only running one Diva now anyway, so it comes up less. And yeah, so no Harpooner. That's just to show. Only double pike and Baby Croc. Then the Deepsea King. I mean, we know this card by now. It's your final push. It's your failsafe. It's your, if you screw up, you can go easily into this. It's like your last play going second. You can OTK with it. It's under hand traps. It helps with against Dimensional Shifter, Droll and Lockbird, going off Shrine. I mean, it's a great card. I think it's essential, excuse me, to run the Mermail build. There are variants without it, of course. I mean, if you want to go that route, by all means, but I think it's part of the self build. I think you really need it. Then I still run one Mouling. I have seen people use the Berry statue. I made a video about that like 3 months ago. At the time, I wasn't sure if it was competitive enough, because yeah, Stride wasn't released yet. But still, I'm still torn between those two. What is the optimal way to play Mermails? Either Mouling or the statue. I do not think you need to run both. Just pick either one. You'll have too many bricks otherwise. Yeah, I think I need some more playtesting with the Watch statue again, with the new cards. So let's see. But for now, still the Mouling. You have pros and cons for both. I just love it still. The one pot. I mean, the card is like the new Pot of Greed. It's powerful. It's just as consistency card. Works great. Double Small World. I mean, this card is nuts. Yes, the -1 hurts. If you run 1 for 1, you also go -1. If they ash 1-for-1, you're screwed. If they ash this, you just lose Small World, not the card you pitched or you sent, you banished. It turns every card in like multiple copies, so you have like triple Diva now. If you want, it's just like the options. It's so great. Exchanging hand traps for engine, engine for hand traps. Turns into a board breaker if you're on the kaiju. It's just so many things. It works on the dimensional shifter. It covers your weaknesses of the deck, basically. Really helps with that. And consistency piece, of course. I forgot to mention, this is a 42 card list. I think Mermail is still great under such numbers, you know, 42, 43, because you have a few bricks. But yeah, I'm along with Deepsea Yu-Gi-Oh from that dude. I watch his channel as well. That we wanna maybe push it more towards the 40 mark. I run the one Gameciel. Yeah, I decided to main it going for game 1 to make my deck even better going second. You can use this against Blue Eyes, against the Cosmic Blazer if they have it. The thing is, Cosmic Blazer, it can negate a special summon, but when you attempt to special summon the kaiju, Cosmic Blazer will already have left the field, so they cannot negate that. And yeah, against Rigel Detonator, it's okay. Yeah, it helps really. It's just a water card, you can discard it, you can search it with Small Worlds. I think it warrants a place now, going into game 1. And now on to the hand traps. I run double Nibiru. I think I should do this more like this. I run double Nibiru. Just a turn ender, or making the end board weaker. Really great card. Double Dominus Impulse. I don't want to see the third copy. I still don't own a third copy, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I've been fine with 2. Actually, I love it like this. Triple Imperm. I'm going to remove 1 Imperm for the Water Mulcharmy. So I can Small World anything, you know, into Nibiru or Nibiru into any engine. And particularly the latter. The reason for that is because Nibiru does not have any stats in comparison to anything in your deck except for the 600 defense from the mulcharmies. And yeah, just running the 1 water to help me bridge with this kind of helps the deck. Triple Ash Blossom. And double Droll Lockbird. So these 5 help you against the mulcharmies. We have a way to still play going first under the mulcharmies, even if you lock a Droll Lockbird yourself. That's also, I think, great. These 2 of these 4 are like great turn-ending boards, turn-ending cards. Really impactful. Dominus Impulse can be impactful as well, giving it the right time. Oh yeah, my little kid decided to, you know, have like artwork done. It was nice. She saw me doing some combos with the cards and wanted to, you know, make something nice. So, whee! Oh, I'm not sure if you could see it. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, pretty funny. So I run like 12 hand traps, plus 1 board breaker, or 3 board breakers. It only matters how you use the Small World. Yeah. So if they use the Dimensional Shifter against you and you did not open any Shrine or Deepsea Diva or Small World, you can still pass turn back to them and have something to fall back on. Yeah. What else to say about this? I mean, love the lineup so far. I do not play the mulcharmies. I think if you... It's a combo deck, so if you have the mulcharmies, I do not own them. I think they're too expensive. I will buy them in the reprint set. You know, Rarity Collection Stampede. And maybe, who knows? I'm kind of liking how to play this actually with the Lockbirds, and having really impactful plays. Yeah, this is for now more budget, of course. I think in the end the mulcharmies is the better play for the deck, but either way, I don't think you can go wrong, actually. because these help you. I mean, mulcharmies conflict with Droll and Lockbird, right? So even if I just run the water mulcharmy for the bridge for small world, it won't come up as much or at all. But yeah, everybody's like always running the triple Ash, and in Blue Eyes they also run the triple Dominus Purge. So I like to have something that's not typically seen in the meta. Not using the mulcharmies at least, yeah. On to the extra deck. Yeah, of course. 1 Mermail King, 1 Coral, 1 Abyssalacia. Standard. I mean, these are the essential 3 links, you know. I do not run the Abyss Keeper because I think Deepsea King you can small world away, you can special it by other ways, or just play the deck without Deepsea King. If you open it, if you break it, you know, I mean, the deck can't function without it. 1 Trite, 1 joyous, 1 Abyss Dweller. Works great against road decks, against mirror match. Yeah, some decks lose hard to it, so I've been over that in my previous videos. You know, going into comparison with Stealth, Kraken, and this, I think Dweller wins the fight. Double Bahamut Shark. 1 Virtue Dragon for combos, but I guess this is the flex spot that you can use Porspos instead. I decided to go this route because I want to have optimal ways in engine solution against the Dimensional Shifter, and so I run Virtue Stream in the side deck. I think that puts it over the edge for me. Both can use, you know, the deck without using Abysstrite, the equip spell, and let you go full combo like that. Double Toad. 1 Atlantean Dragon of the Ice Mountain. This is also part of the end boards under Droll and Lockbird and under Dimensional Shifter. This, I think, is just the strongest level 10 water synchro. You don't need to invest too much into it, actually. I think that's where most people go wrong. You can go, like, invest minimal cards into this. Very minimal, just nothing, basically, almost another side deck slot, Trishula, in this case. You can also go for, of course, the Trishula 0. Yeah, works under Dimensional Shifter, works on the Dweller. I think it's really a powerful card, an impactful card. Yeah, they can take take your bitch with a triple tactics talent, you know, but yeah, that's basically one of the hardcore outs to it. You have to hard draw it. Yeah, the field presence is really annoying for them. It gives them a sort of duality to deal with. I just love it. Some people don't know what to do with it, really. But for those that do know how to deal with it, that's why I decided Trish over Trishula 0. Because they'll usually want to get rid of this problem first before doing anything else. So they won't have enough field presence. And this will just get rid of 1 field presence, which they usually need to get rid of this alongside of a hand trap. But also get rid of something in their grave for their hand, namely their hand. So I decided to go for get back my fucking Quota Secret Rare and run that. And then the Spice, 1 Big Daddy Croc. So the reason for that is Deepsea Diva. I mean, you can end the board with the older combos between either of these two, you know, when you summon back 3 level 3s. But that's not the reason. Let me show you. And the reason is Diva. I mean, if you normal Diva and they negate it, I mean, this is like a 2-card combo deck, you know. It's all about the 2-card interactions. And it's not people that focus just on the 1-card combo. It's nice to have a baseline, but it's always been about the 2-card combos. So when you special summon Theus next to it, pitching Dragoons, or if you go for a new Poseidra, is also level 7, non-tuner, you can, and this get negated as well, you know. You block, they get the fucked one, you still get the search. You can synchro these two into the Big Daddy Croc. With the Big Daddy Croc, you draw 1 card, so it keeps you alive. And with Dragoons or Theus, it matters how you know. With both, you can search Shadow Squad. So, where is the Shadow Squad? And with the Big Daddy Croc, you can keep on playing. That's the whole idea when running Deepsea Diva. It's only one Diva, I mean maybe 3 with double small world, so it shouldn't come up that much, but it comes up. And when it comes up, you need it. At this level of competition, you need something, you know, to cover the weaknesses of Deepsea Diva. And running Deepsea Diva covers your weaknesses for other things in your deck, so that's why it's going full circle like that. And with this going second, you can also help board break, and going first, you can target itself, pitching 2 cards. It doesn't have to be water monsters, so it can be an hand trap or anything else non-engine. Target itself for destruction, and you have an outlet, so it also works when you need an outlet. And then you get your prince on the field. Where's the prince? Princey, Princey, where are you? There you are. Yeah. And then you can go from here. And still make a board. The only thing that sucks now is, in this case, you have 5 in your grave already. And under, I used to run this with the swap frogs before, and then the Big Daddy Croc would work a lot better. It's still viable with this, with Diva, you know. I think it's better than running the Link 1, whatever, Solomon Great card, or whatever it was. This provides you more options. It goes better with the deck. So this might actually be more optimal with the Barrier statue. Yeah, and if you run like the search spell area to banish one from the grave, could also be an option. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, you know, I mean, it's not optimal play, but it's just to cover the weakness for Diva. You need to have something in your deck when deciding to run Diva. And keep Diva at a low count, so you're not overcommitting to any of these things. Same with the Lancia. Don't run any of the, you know, the ice barriers in your main deck. So you get full use out of this. I mean, full use, you get the most optimal use out of this. On to the side deck. Double Exquisite Encore. I tried Metaltronus. I used that in my zombie deck actually with great success, but in the water deck, yeah, no, I don't think, yeah. I mean, with Metaltronus, I did playtest a little bit and have a nice theory. You have Abyss Dweller on the field, then you can use in the draw phase, standby phase, whatever, when they decide to activate it, or just as fast you can use Metaltronus, special summon the Mermail King from your extra deck, because it's also Sea Serpent and water. And its effect will be negated. Its float effect will also be negated, because they will activate Dweller. And Metaltronus says the card you target cannot respond. So their detonator can chain to it, dodging your Metaltronus that way. So Dweller still resolves. And then you have like a Deepsea King on your field. Both will be negated. But then you'll be 1 card away from going link climbing into Zealantis or something, you know. Or even an access code talker. And that's how I like tried it out. And I have plays in the deck on the Dweller. I'm not that afraid of Dweller actually. I mean, I have Shrine, you know, and the Deepsea Diva as well. So that was a play that lets you say, like, go ahead, resolve the Dweller. I don't care. I just want to go, in total, come out on top, you know. But yeah, their detonator is just, can be annoying. I mean, it only activates when you activate a monster effect, not when you special summon. So it was a theory, but yeah. Forget about it. Just run the double Encore. And moving on, double Forbidden Droplet. For the same reason, this is more generic. It's a once per turn. This wasn't once per turn, I think. Yeah, I think the Encore you can use multiple times. But Droplet was, so I decided to go for 2 for 2. Alongside with having Imperm and stuff like that, you have your outs against the Dweller, and you have plays on the Dweller in engine. For Horizon Detonator and even Cosmic Blazer Dragon against Blue Eyes Ultimate Slayer. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great card. What else to say about it? These supposed to be double Lancia, the artifact. They are coming in the mail. For the Deepsea Diva out to Dweller, to Dimensional Shifter, I run the Chaos Hunter which can also be run against Malice. So you still have like your triple sort of Lancia. Alongside with that comes the Mannequin Cat. And when you lost against Dimensional Shifter, I mean, even after making a Lancia and having your hand traps in your hand to follow up, you know, to pass turn and pass back, you can go into game 2 and side this stuff in. So you have your in-engine outs live against the Dimensional Shifter. And for under such boards, to make them more, to have a better board presence for the Lancia, I run medium with the Ice Bear. I prefer this one over General Ryo, because when you make those boards on a Dimensional Shift or Droll and Lockbird, you typically do not go into your Mouling, you can't, you know. So Ryo pairs better with Mouling, and this I think it's just great on its own. It's also better stats, level 7, more attack. It works going second as well for a little bit, you know. And also for when going first, the third Minstrel. I mean, it's self-explanatory. I did think about just going for the triple, you know, for going second power instead of going first. I will see. I need to test that some more. I think triple Minstrel is just, I need to fit it in somewhere, you know, it's just too good. And then for the last card, I decided to go for the Mizuchi. I mean, this could be any card, right, for going second as well, but I decided to go with the Mizuchi because now that we put ourselves on the map, I think they're gonna side a lot more board breaks against us. I mean, look at Ultimate Slayer, it works great against our Toads. That's annoying. Look at something like Super Polymerization. I think that will come back for against Blue Eyes, not against Rise or anything like that. Forbidden Droplets, I mean, yeah, I'd rather have that, you know, when I walk into an opponent that has fucking board breakers. I guess it was either this or Triana. Triana lets you go into one more interruption and go in combo, so that was also interesting. But in the end, I think you need to have something in your side deck against those board breakers when you have it. So I guess that was it. I will show now the 1 card, the 1.5 card combo, the optimized new one, the optimized new one, whatever. Can't pronounce shit anymore. Yeah, so let's try that out. Before going into the combos, I will clarify a bit about Small World. Since I'm not running Area the Water channel, it will be less noob proof, so for anyone new watching, this might be good. So let's say you open Small World and Droll and Lockbird together, and you activate Small World, and you banish Droll and Lockbird face down, but for the video I'm going to keep it face up so you can keep better track of it. And you need to banish another card from your deck that has one thing in common from either attribute, level, type, attack or defense. And in this case, you can only go for the level 1, but that will be Prince, which also has 0 defense, so that's not an option. But Infantry is an option, because it only has the 0 attack in common. You can banish that as well. And then you go search into another card that has one thing in common, and in this case, that's the Aqua. So typically with to unlock Bird with using Small World, you go into as a bridge into a Sea Serpent, and you can access your Aquas. And when you do this with Ash, you have a bit more options. Oh yeah, and if you didn't like banishing your infantry, you can also banish your Shadow Squad, but then you cannot search the Shrine, you can search the Teus. But you can also banish 1 Dragoons. Typically you only need 1 Dragoons, maybe 2. It's maybe a bit more painful, but then you can go into your Shrine. So it's really about knowing your bridges. And you need to give it more time, you know. It's more like a bit longer learning curve, but you'll get through it. And then they will become so automated for you. So when using Small World for Ash Blossom, goes like banish face down. So what you want to banish here is either is a level 3. So it's either Shrine or Minstrel. A Shadow Squad is not possible because it's level 3 as well as 0 attack. And with these two you have the options to your whole deck basically, because now you can go into either, if you bridged If you used Deepsea Minstrel as bridge, you can go into your Aquas. If you used Abyssrhine as your bridge, you can go into your Sea Serpents. And if you opened up Nibiru with Small World, you banish Nibiru, and then you banish the mulcharmy from your deck, and from there you go into your Sea Serpents or any non-level 4 stuff like that. Right, into the combo. So your normal summon Prince. Let's see, I turn the camera a bit for this, so you can see the graveyard. Normal summon Prince, send Shadow Squad, add Dragoons, special summon Prince after Shadow Squad, pitch Dragoons, get your Shrine, and with Dragoons you get heavy infantry, use Shrine, remove the Prince, get the Dragoons back, overlay into your Bahamut Shark, detach, special summon the Toad, get your Mouling. Where is my Mouling? Get your Mouling. Oh yeah, I forgot to get your Orteus from Shrine to your hand. Gewoon the basic combo, but then you will see where it gets different. Special summon Orteus. Search a Shrine to your hand. Now you have 5 in grave. Go for Mouling. Link these 2 off for your Coral. Special summon Shadow Squad. Discard your non-engine. Make everything level 7. Overlay into your new Abysstrite. Activate her effect. Special summon. It's important that you special summon the Pike here, not the Dragoons. And then you slap Poseidra over there. Link these 2 off into your Mermail King. So it's basically the same as the old combo, but just, yeah, you know, a little tweak. Now you discard the water to activate Poseidra's effect, and you get a Shadow Squad, and your Poseidra, your Abyssrhine, and 1 infantry. You overlay these 2 for your Virtue Dragon. Detach Shrine, get your Dragoons. Use the additional normal summon from Infantry to normal summon Dragoons from your hand. Overlay into your second Bahamut. Detach Dragoons. And go into your another Toad. With Dragoons you search your new Poseidra, and then you link these 2 off into your Abysslacia, and basically end your turn here. So now you have Rip 2 and you have 2 Harmony Gates, and you have Poseidra in your hand. In next turn I would advise to use Mermail Abyssalacia first, in case they have board breakers. You know, you can do this also in the draft phase, standby phase, just to get your new Poseidra to the graveyard and search any Mermail, I guess a squad in this case. Then on, you know, the first activation they use, you negate with a Toad, get your Prince back, and then you use Shrine from the graveyard to draw a card, and use Prince from the graveyard to special on Poseidra to have another interruption, and with her you can typically send Dragoons for follow-up to search your second Poseidra. If you prefer, you can also leave the second Poseidra in the deck, search Prince. You can also just leave Poseidra in your deck altogether from the start and use Mermail Abyssalacia when they destroy it to send 1 water for cost, sending Poseidra and then special summoning it with Alacia's float effect. Back in the day, that float effect didn't come up as much. Today, a lot more, because thanks to the target protection. So any non-destruction or removal, yeah, you know, they can't. Those cards usually target, so it's that layer of protection really adds to the success of the float effect going off. And if they get to break your board altogether and you still need to continue playing, you will still have Deepsea King in your deck. You will have Prince, you will have... I mean, I did that so many times that you can still make your Gaias. You know, you have Gaias still. And you're level 10. With the Deepsea King, you usually go for such combos with Poseidra making the rank 7. And Deepsea King going for the Synchro 10. So plenty of follow-ups still remaining in the deck. You have still so much Atlanteans as well. Start off with some maths, I guess, because they need to hard open it. You know, they have 3 copies of Dimensional Shifter. You have a lot better chance to open your solution, or even double solution. That's like triple Diva and 5 Shrine. So that's 8 against 3. So you will have something most of the time. I highly think this beats running crossouts, because crossouts just more bricky even, and you need to open hard open 3 against their 3. But what are the odds of that happening? You know, that when they dimensional shift you at that moment have the crossout. I mean, that's just, I don't get it. Sorry guys. When you got in-engine solutions that don't conflict with your consistency as well of your deck, I think that's hands down the better option. Another option is like Deepsea Yugioh did on his channel, is just running many hand traps, so you can skip the turn back with this deck. Yeah, I mean 12 hand traps is also not that shabby. Now for the Diva line, we opened Small World, Ash, Imperm, Teus, or Tus, Mermail Abyssrhine, and 1 Dragoons. And then we activate Small World, banish the Ash Blossom, banish Abysstrite, and then get the Diva to the hand. So they shifted us, of course. Fucking annoying. I don't have a shifter, so we're gonna use Kaiba to represent the shifter. Normal summon Deepsea Diva, special summon Infantry, overlay into your Mannequin Cat, up, gets banished, and then detach the Diva. Now you can get to target 1 card from the graveyard, special summon to the side of the field. Specials 1 card from your deck that has 1 thing in common, Chaos Hunter. Now nothing can be banished again. So you're back to how it used to be. So in this case we did not open that bad, but also not ideally. You have an hand trap, we had 2 actually. And this is a 2-card combo deck, so many forms of 2-card interactions get you to a board. I'm gonna show this one. It's not the best one, but there are many variations, so you have to figure that out on your own. Usually, if you go to the Deepsea King line still within this combo, it will clock your field, so then you need to get Mannequin Cat in the extra deck zone, because you can still link this away with Mermail King. There are many different options. If you don't use the Deepsea King and you go for Mouling, there are some fun hidden interactions with this guys. So let's go. Let's do that. You activate Teus, discarding Dragoons, and then you search. So we already used up our normal summon, so you cannot search Prince here. You go for Shrine of Teus, and with Dragoons we add Shadow Squad. You can see where this goes. You activate both, and with Shrine you special summon a Deepsea King, and with Shadow Squad you go for Prince. With Prince you send Dragoons and you add Dragoons. With Dragoons you search Moulinglacia. You have 5, you rip 2, and then you link these 2 away. Where is my Droll? For the Coral Enemy. you get Shadow Squad back. What also might be possible here is prior to this, when you use like remove the Chaos Hunter again, so anything that gets sent to the graveyard gets banished again by Dimensional Shifter. But you have 5 in the grave earlier, you can then special summon Mouling so they can banish 2 instead of discarding 2. But I need to test that still. That's something that came up along the way in the combo line. Anyway, activating Shadow Squad, making everything level 7. Overlay into your Abysstrite with Dragoons, you search your Prince. With Trite, you special summon the big fish back. And yeah, no need to go into Poseidra here. You can just overlay those 2 or link some of them away into your king. You have not used the Deepsea King effect yet, you can do it now. Send Prince, use Prince effect, get 1 Dragoons and use Deepsea King to get 1 pike. So many combo lines available, man. After you summon this, you can go into any 2 card starters, so it's kind of annoying. I'm practicing them still. Let's see here. With Dragoons, you search the Poseidra, and then you overlay. Link these 2 away, I mean, for Abyssalacia. And the rest, you know, you can use Toad again to get Prince back. You can use this to send it to the grave or shrine. Yeah, that's all I got for you today, I think, guys. I mean, there is so much to talk about it, actually. Many tech choices as well. But that's, I guess, for another video. See you around. Ciao.